The recent disaster in Japan and the federal government's efforts to slash the deficit are both issues of concern that have elected officials on Guam asking if there will be money available for the military buildup. It was part of the discussion U.S. Senator Carl Levin of Michigan and Senator Jim Webb of Virginia had with local senators in a closed-door meeting last night. Speaker Judy Wampet says the Webb and Levin made it clear they are faced with some fiscal challenges.
They're just not, willing to go out and continue to fund, at the level that at least they're saying, because they've been asking questions that we've asked is that, one, there's no master plan. They don't know when the completion date is. They don't know how much all of this is going to cost. Senator Levin actually started to say that we're here to find out, whether is this build-up reasonable? Is this build-up something that the people of Guam really want? And that, he talks about being realistic also about, this whole build-up.
According to Wampet, Senators Webb and Levin made it clear to island leaders that the buildup is not a done deal and will continue to meet with the parties involved to determine if it's still possible.
We're here. I want to listen to people here, as in this meeting and in the meetings we're having tomorrow, to see what the reactions are to where we are right now.
We appreciated the opportunity to learn a lot about the issues from the perspective of people who live on Guam and their elected officials, and to see basically what the feelings are about an increased military presence here, and we learned a lot. From my perspective, a lot will depend upon what we learn in the next four days or so.
Senator Levin, who chairs the Senate Armed Services Committee, says they will be heading to Okinawa and Tokyo to hear the concerns of the people in those Japan cities. Build-up Committee Chairperson Senator Judy Gutherds says they discussed the issues they felt had been missing from the build-up equation. Gutherds says she got assurances that if the build-up moves forward, then plans would have to be realistic for everyone involved. She adds the two U.S. senators will be making a final assessment of their trip.
Based on their assessment, they will be able to conduct their hearings with the Department of Defense and other federal agencies, determine the course of action for the buildup from the perspective of the Senate of the United States.
The U.S. senators also got an earful of other issues such as self-determination and war reparations.
I, for one, touched on the need to be able to resolve many of those unresolved issues, such as war claim. I told him, I said, many of our people, most especially a lot of the war survivors, find it very ironic that, this was a United States-Japan agreement, and it was the same two countries that 67 years ago, they were victims, of the conflicts that existed back then.
While Webb and Levin explained it's not a dead issue, Senator Frank Blas Jr. also expressed the need to ensure the buildup is good for Guam, as it will be for the military. Local senators also provided the resolutions that ensure the One Guam approach is taken seriously.
The fact that if these issues are not being addressed, then the buildup should be, held in abeyance. These two who came actually made up for the 15 who didn't, because it was a very good dialogue, and they feel that we need to continue this dialogue. And
reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nick Delgado.